Yes!
The final November trip, hey?
Oh, wow. I know.
Oh, this is big, Dan.
That's crazy.
We are so close to Christmas.
Absolutely. Christmas is right there.
But we need to get through one more British film before we get to that, don't we?
British.
Yeah, proper British film. And I've gone for a belter today that me and producer man Steve highly appreciate. I've gone for The World's End from 2013.
Now, just talk me through why you've gone for this as your final British movie today.
You've
been down the 007 route a lot this month.
Well, I figured I want to go for a comedy, but a comedy that means something for the final film. And it's part of the Cornetto trilogy. It's the final installment in the Cornetto trilogy.
Which is what flavour?
Mint.
Mint.
But
that's a nice one, actually. I like
I like the mint one. We've already spoken about Hot Fuzz on this channel, but we haven't spoken about Shaun of the Dead. So I'm going to save that because Shaun of the Dead is my favourite and it happens to be producer man Steve's favourite as well. So I figured I want to save that for next year.
Okay.
But in the meantime, more than happy to talk about The World's End because this film, Dan, is great. The final installment to the famous Cornetto trilogy started with Shaun of the Dead and continued with Hot Fuzz. This film is my least favourite of the three, but that is not to say that it is still that it is not a highly well written comedy and drama. This is the premise, right? Listen to this premise. This is a great premise. Back in 1990, 5 teenagers did the infamous Golden Mile pub crawl, where they need to have a pint in each of the designated 12 pubs before reaching the final pub, The World's End. They failed the crawl then, but they meet up again 23 years later to complete this once and for all, even if something not from this world tries to prevent them from achieving it. So basically, these are a bunch of 40-year-olds doing a pub crawl of 12 pubs, a pint per place, getting more drunk with each drink that they have while an alien invasion occurs. That's the movie.
It don't get more British than that.
Edgar Wright's directing in this film is maybe my favourite example of his prowess in the field because 75% of the film was shot during the night and in the pubs that they visit. There are long dialogue exchanges that really needed precise editing and layout. I'm glad Wright is successful.
Hang on, are they real pubs?
Yeah. No. They built sets for them and everything. But one thing I do love about it is all 12 of the pubs have hidden name. They're a bit like tarot cards, the names of the pubs, because they're subtly called what happens during their visit to this pub. For example, the first one that they go to is called the First Post. And it's called the First Post because it's the first pub.
Right.
Whereas the second pub is called the Old Familiar because they go to the second pub and it's completely the same as the first pub. So Old Familiar. And then the third one, like I won't go for all 12 of them, but I'll tell you what the third one is. The third pub is called the Famous Cock because Gary King, the main character, he's barred from that pub. So he's the famous cock there because he's been barred from it.
Right.
So there's little hints like that, you know, and I love that. I think that's so inventive. But I am glad Wright is getting more recognition as a now highly successful Hollywood film director. Simon Pegg as the main lead, Gary King, is a standout role for him, as he has even quoted it as the most fun he has ever had in a role, being a 40-year-old alcoholic who just wants his friends to complete the Golden Mile, as that was the best night of his life, and there is ultimately a lot of tragedy to his character with all that is revealed in the third act. So it turns out he's actually tried to end his life, Gary King, and he's realised all that matters in life is to complete the Golden Mile with his friends. All he wants to do is drink 12 pints of beer and then be done with life. So it is quite a tragic thing, but he doesn't actually end up completing it, and therefore he continues to live. So Gary King comes out of the film having learnt the valuable lesson of life, in a sense. I also like that the medieval themes in the film all connect to like King Arthur in a way, and Merlin, as I'm sure you know.
Great story.
Yeah, the Three Musketeers, 5 in this film, and the fact that all 5 of the guys' names in some way relate to that theme. Gary King, Andy Knightley, Stephen Prince, Peter Page, Oliver Chamberlain. These are like very Knights of the Round Table sort of names, you know, and I like that. That's pretty cool. You get some great side characters played brilliantly by Paddy Considine, Eddie Marsan, Martin Freeman, Rosamund Pike, Piers Brosnan, David Bradley, Filch from Harry Potter, and of course Nick Frost, who plays the smarter one of the Peg Frost duo for once in this film. So to close, Dan, this film is a film that gets you in the mood to want to go out for a few drinks and catch up with your friends. Most people. Not including yourself.
Sorry about that.
You're afraid of the pubs. It is filmed very well by a comedy master that can handle the drama too, and the powerful themes of depression, aging, nostalgia, and friendship is exposed to just the right amount for effect. Look out for the Cornetto ice cream wrapper during the coda of this film, this time being a green mint chip wrapper to symbolise the aliens and sci-fi elements in the film. So, just to recap on that, Shaun of the Dead has strawberry flavour because the strawberry, the red symbolises the blood and the gore and all that.
It's quite funny, your favourite, but not your favourite ice cream.
Ironic, yeah.
Hey, it's mine. It's my favourite, so screw you.
Yeah. And then with Hot Fuzz, because it's a cop movie, they have the original blue flavour, vanilla flavour, wrapped in blue uniforms, police. It all makes sense.
Everything's blue.
And then, of course, with this one, so green mint chip wrapper to symbolise the sci-fi and aliens, and green little men walking around in costumes. So, on that note, Dan, I'm giving The World's End 4.5 stars out of 5. And that's the worst in the trilogy, so, am I right? I did also write a shorter review as well on it.
Something like that, worse than the trilogy, you give it 4.5.
Yeah.
When it's something that I give you, which is clearly a masterpiece like Cars or SpongeBob, you don't rate it that high. It's like,
no way. But I did write a second review for The World's End, which is shorter, and it just says, the fact Gary King manages to get 4 of his adult friends who all have jobs, families and wives in one place at the same time is easily the most unrealistic thing that happens in the movie. Am I right? Because when you're a grown-up, trying to meet up with your friends, you might want to book it 6 months in advance.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
Yes.
Well, anyway, thank you, Tommy.
No problem, Dan.
As ever. Now, of course, everybody knows what to do now.
We've got through the boring month.
We got through the boring month.
Not boring, it has been fun, but next month is going to be more fun.
Oh, yeah, we got through that in-betweeny month between
Yeah.
Halloween and Christmas that everyone's just like, why is it here? November is a bit like a Tuesday.
It is.
Why is it there?
Yeah.
It's just in the way.
That's true.
Well, let's do that recap then for the final time.
Yes.
We started the month number 1. Do you remember them off by heart?
No.
Shall we see if you...
No, don't. Just rally them off, please.
That was a very lazy cop-out.
Yep.
Even for you.
Yep.
Jazz Hands January.
Yes.
You
Yep.
remember that?
Yep.
You didn't remember Forgotten February though, did you?
No, I forgot that one.
Yeah. Magic March happened.
Yep. Cast a spell on all of us.
All Animated April happened.
Yeah, we all
Hang
felt
on,
a bit
that
animated.
one you could have jumped in. You would have remembered that one.
Yeah.
Mythical May happened.
Yeah, I drew my sword on that one.
Do you remember what happened in June?
It was just me.
It was just him.
And then July was...
He remembers. Do you remember what you did in August?
August was aquatics.
It was. See, if you would have mixed that with July, you could have had a mermaid movie.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have. September, you remember.
Sequel September, that was the best.
We need to make that an all-year thing now. And, of course, also scary October. And,
Yep.
Tommy, we have just completed what?
We have just completed Native Month November. So we've just spoken about British films. We're all done and dusted on that front. Easing our way into December, which is, Dan?
Oh, yes. Dashing through the snow. December. You may now keep the paper. Yes, absolutely. That is where we are. And, of course, it's just Christmas movies. Now, there are 5 Mondays in December.
But we will only be doing 4 of them.
We're only going to be here for the 4 of them. We've got the last one of the year off. But I'm really looking forward to it. There's actually quite a lot of Christmas films that you thought we've covered.
Yes.
But we haven't covered.
We're going to be wearing Santa hats from next week all the way to the end of the year.
I am looking forward to that indeed. And cannot wait. There's going to be a big one in the midst of all of this. You're taking me to the cinema to watch this. It's the first time I've been to the cinema since COVID had hit us.
Yep.
In fact, since 2018 was the last time I went into the cinema.
Every 6 years you go to the cinema.
Every 6 years, yeah, I know. Well, no, before 18, it was 2013.
Okay.
I went.
It just gets longer each time.
Yeah,
That's all.
2013, 2018, and now 2020.
It'll be fun.
Wow, that's great.
But the audience doesn't get to know what the film is yet.
This is going to be the first time I've actually gone in to watch a film I've already seen.
Good.
Or a film that's been out on other mediums.
Yes.
You know, before, because normally cinemas are traditionally just a place for brand new.
Yes.
But they've learned, actually, new films suck. Let's just go for the classics.
Damn right. That's the way the money is, you know. People are going to pay big bucks. Big bucks to go.
Very clever.
To
very
go and
good.
see that.
Well, everybody, the classics, the old school old school is never bad.
No.
Even in music or in any situation, old school's awesome.
Am I right?
Unless it's a school we went to. But of course, you can, follow us if you want to see what we're up to in the meantime. And you can do that here on YouTube or using the comments below the videos. And of course, also on YouTube, you can follow the channel, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell for when we go live as well. Tommy, there's another way, of course.
There is always Letterboxd, guys. You can always follow us on that. Larkins95, Dan Moore Radio. You guys know where we are. Feel free to come and find us on there.
And one thing we're going to have to do, you're going to have to do, and Steve's going to have to do after the 19th is we're going to have to write a little review about
Yes.
We're going to have to.
100%.
Maybe you've already done it.
No. I'll do a funny short one.
We need to, absolutely. And we can't be funny and short. We got.
You guys need to go in depth.
We will.
Yes.
I will.
Yeah. Good.
I've already seen it. I know what I'm writing.
Good.
But anyway, that's a 5-starer.
Yep.
And I'm thinking about bringing the producer in here because we need his rating on camera.
Yes.
But until we get to that point, guys, have a great rest of your week, and we will catch you next Monday night, same time, same place.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.